Hello everybody, I am Muffin, and this is Muffin's Redstone Guide. Today's topic is Rails. I'll be teaching you almost all there is to know about Rails, as well as how you can use these minecarts back here to the best of your ability, and make sure that your team minecarts always explode, which a lot of people don't seem to be able to figure out. I hope you enjoyed the video! The first rail is the most simple rail, the regular rail, or just rail. How many times can I say rail in a sentence, eh? Anyways, the crafting recipe for these is 3 iron on either side, so 6 iron total, and 1 stick right in the middle. This will get you 16 rails. Rails have the unique functionality of all the rails in this game, where they can turn. Also, if you apply power to them, they will turn in the other direction. And this is not a toggle, this is an on-off, so if you remove power, it goes back to normal. If you apply power, it flips back that way. The easiest way to use this function is either with a lever to decide which way you want to go, or if you're, say, sorting minecarts out and you don't want too many to go, you can have something that senses when the minecart runs by to flip it the other way. The second rail and second most used rail are the power rails. These will function as brakes when you have a minecart on them, so they'll slow you down. You can still push minecarts, and if you get in, you can still go a little, but really, the progress is not great. Where these are most used is when they're powered. Now, if you just place a minecart on them like this, they won't go. There either needs to be a block behind it, like this, and then it'll go, or if you give it a bit of momentum, it'll also go. If you just place a stationary minecart on there, it won't go anywhere. The crafting recipe for powered rails is 6 gold arranged in such a way, a stick in the middle, and redstone dust at the bottom. This gets you 6 powered rails per thing you craft. Powered rails are incapable of turning, as you can see here. Oops, wrong one. As you can see here, it just goes straight, doesn't turn into that rail where normally it would, and if you apply power to it, it will not twist, because applying power is a normal part of power rails, and if they twisted every time you did that, it would make everything a mess. The next rail is the detector rail. Basically, when there's something on top of it, it emits a power 15, fairly simple, not much to say about that. It is also the rail that you use if you want to read something with a comparator. You cannot read any storage minecarts. With regular rails, you need detector rails. They can be anywhere on the detector rails, providing they are still on the detector rails. These, of course, also lack the ability to turn. And the crafting recipe for a detector rail is 6 iron ingots, a stone pressure plate, and a redstone dust. This will get you 6 detector rails. Finally, there are activator rails. Activator rails do not activate redstone, even though their name suggests they would. Instead, they will kick anything that goes over them out. So if I hop in here, and minecarts are extremely slow. Okay, attempt 2. If I hop in here and go forward, when I cross the activator rail, it'll kick me out. And it has to be powered to kick me out with redstone signal. So, gotta go here, put a bit of power, and then it will kick me out of the minecart instantly, see? Wow. Of course, they also cannot turn. Are you seeing a trend here? Because I'm sensing a little bit of a trend here. The crafting recipe for an activator rail is 6 iron, 3 on each side, a stick top and bottom in the middle, and a redstone torch in the middle. This will get you 6 activator rails. A little bit more advanced rail placement is you can place them up and down things. Now, oddly, with up and down, any rail can do this. So, even though it's technically longer than it would normally be, it still works, and the texture looks a bit stretched out, but it works. Any rails that are on an incline cannot turn, they will just go like this. So, it still works if you're dropping them down at relatively low speeds, but if you want to go up, it'll just hit the wall. Next on to minecarts. Simple minecarts, the regular minecart, it's just called a minecart. These are all non-stackable, by the way. You can get in these, you can put other mobs in them by just pushing them in, and they just function as normal. They get driven by power rails, all that. They've got a hitbox, so if you press F3, not G, F3, B, yeah, F3B, you can see they've got this hitbox here. The crafting recipe for minecarts is just a U like this. You can also put it one up if you want, like this. And any of the minecarts, like minecart with TNT, minecart with chest, and minecart with hopper, are just a minecart and a chest, a TNT, or a hopper along with them anywhere. It doesn't work. You can have the minecart up here and the thing down there. It does not matter. Basically, there's not much special about these. They're just good for riding in, you know? Next, minecart chests. They've got the storage space of a full chest in them and can be interacted with hoppers and with comparators, but only when they're on a detector rail. These will not pick up items and you cannot get in them. They also have a hitbox, which is the same as a minecart hitbox. So if you hit this chest up here, nothing happens. But if you hit down here, it goes away. Next is the minecart hopper. It has half the functionalities of a normal hopper. It'll pick up items thrown on top of it, and it'll pick up items through a block, which a hopper doesn't normally do. So if I take a block like this, and place it on top of the hopper, if I can figure out how to do this, like that, and drop something on top of it, it picks it up. This isn't normal. Hoppers don't normally do that, but it does. However, it does not output items through the bottom, so to get anything out of this automatically, you will need another hopper below it. Functionally, it's the same as the minecart and the chest minecart. There's not really much. You can't get in it. Now the TNT minecart. My TNT minecarts are not working for some reason. Normally they blow up if they hit anything, I think. But this one isn't blowing up for some reason, which is weird. It's not like I have to power it or anything. I've tried powering it and then just it doesn't blow up. If you watched Minecraft series Third Life or Last Life, you'll see them use these a lot, because they instantly explode once they hit something, unlike TNT, which makes a bunch of noise and takes a while to detonate. TNT minecarts are meant to explode whenever they touch anything. For whatever reason, on my world, they're not exploding whenever I touch anything right now. But, as you can see here, at one point they did. This is like 7 TNT minecarts, it's not one. Probably more than 7 actually, so don't be worried that using one of these is going to cause a massive hole in your world. It's not, I just use like 10. These are very useful in traps because there are many ways you can use them. Usually, you would accelerate them off of a powered rail into a door, and go BOOM! But that's not working right now for me. So, I'll have to make a different video sometime later about all the different traps you can do with these, including ones using the new skulk sensors that aren't technically supposed to be in the game, but are through commands and stuff. Okay guys, I've finally gotten the TNT minecarts working, sort of. You need to push it over and activate an activator rail. This one's not activated right now, but will become activated once it rolls over this detector rail. And because this stays on for about half a second, or maybe a whole second after something rolls over it, it will still be activated when the TNT minecart rolls over the rail. So if you go like this, it goes forward, it gets ready to blow up, it blows up. Problem is, it doesn't actually blow up immediately on contact like it normally would. So, I'll have to troubleshoot that before I do a video on TNT traps, which I intend to do. Anyways guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, I hope you come back to see my next videos, and I hope you have a good day. Bye bye! I need to get my bow out. Ah!